Hi, welcome back to How to Happiness. This is the third series in our introduction, and I've brought you down to Bundeena for something different, down to the beach in Sydney. Now, in the last video, we talked about deserving happiness and whether everybody is deserving of happiness or whether you have to earn it or deserve it. And I think we decided, certainly I did, that you don't need anything in order to have happiness. You just choose it and start making it yours. But if choosing happiness is so simple, if anybody can do it and you don't have to deserve it, why isn't everybody happy? Why isn't everybody choosing it? There are many reasons why people may not choose happiness. They may not realize that happiness is a choice and that they're free to choose it. They may have been brought up a certain way that doesn't offer happiness as a choice, so they don't realize it is one. They may feel that their life is in such a mess and it is so unhappy and that they're so stuck in that life that there is no choices for them. They don't have a choice to leave that behind and choose happiness. People may not choose happiness because they have a sort of negative type of personality, perhaps a glass half empty type attitude. And that's something that can be worked on, which is good. People may be used to the way that they live. It's a kind of habit for them, so they don't really think of doing anything else but to just keep doing what they're already doing. And the last reason why people may not be choosing happiness is because sometimes they can be afraid to choose changes, to choose a different way of doing things, to see if it brings them greater happiness. What I'd really like to talk about is not so much why people don't choose change, but why some people do choose change, why they choose happiness. Now, one of the reasons could well be that life has become so terribly unhappy that they have to make some sort of change. They can't live that way anymore. It's just so dreadful. Alternatively, some people may choose happiness because they get tired of the up and down drama of the roller coaster life. So the ups and downs that come with that, and choose happiness as a more reliable and stable lifestyle. Others may choose happiness because really before that they weren't aware. They suddenly become aware that happiness is a choice and they just choose it from then on. Or like me, people may choose happiness because they become motivated to make changes in their life. So for me it was my children. I wanted to be a greater mentor and show them how to live a better way than what I was living up until then, so that I could show them how to do it, so that I would give them more choices in their life. And the last reason that I'd like to point out why people may choose happiness is perhaps after achieving some goal that they were looking towards, perhaps some new item, a car or a house or a career, they realize that the happiness that that has brought really doesn't last terribly long, and they start to wonder about longer lasting happiness, more reliable happiness than just things. And with that, they start to investigate happiness and start choosing it for themselves. It doesn't matter which one of these triggers is yours. It'll be, whichever one it is, will be a great motivation towards making change, towards happiness. When we live unhappily, that's because we're making unhappy choices for ourselves. And while we're unhappy, we make further unhappy choices. Breaking that cycle, though, isn't that hard. We just need to make a choice that we're going to start working towards happiness. And once we do that, we start making choices that are happier. They lead us to greater happiness. From the smallest choice that we make every day to the larger, big life decisions that we make, they will all start leading us towards happiness rather than unhappiness. And the hardest part? Making changes. Very often we are blocked from making changes. It can be scary to make changes. So making the choice to make changes can be difficult. I've written a blog article about making change and the choice to make change and some of the things that can block us from doing that. I'm also going to make it available on an audio transcript so that you can download it to listen to. I think it would be really good to have a look at that, because sometimes it can make you aware of some things that are blocking you that you didn't really realise were stopping you and holding you back from making changes. So take a look at that. I hope it'll be really helpful for you. I hope that you'll put some comments into the comment section, particularly on this one about how it feels, to make the decision that you're going to start pursuing happiness. That in itself can make you feel a lot happier, just making that start. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.